So we're in Staples Center for a game against the Lakers, which I assume you figured out based on the whole, Lakers thing on screen. We learned some interesting things in this game. One of them being that LeBron James is really good, which I don't think you really needed a reminder on that, but, well, he does his LeBron thing in this game as well. But there are some things I learned about us, and it leads to some things that I want to implement. But those specific things that come up and the things that make me have that realization, that doesn't come until the end of this this gameplay, but it's coming, you know. Anyway, our offense is already having a little bit of a tough time against these dudes. They have a lot of versatile defenders and all that. We're able to buy some buckets. Drew Holiday's mid-range jumper is still really good. His three ball is decent, or okay, I guess. But the mid-range is pretty legit. They're starting Zubats, which is a thing, with his defensive consistency of 35, I believe it is in 2K. So that guy against Anthony Davis, he could have some tough times, you know? You go under the screen on Rondo every time. That's how my pick and rolls usually go. I run to the basket, nothing happens, and then I'm just like, well, this was awkward. Our defense has been pretty okay. Ian Clark. I almost said Ian Walker because I was thinking of Benjamin Walker, our new head coach. Ian Clark, making some threes. Ian Clark was one of the better shooters in the league for a little bit, and then he just kind of fell off a cliff. But even so, he can make a shot. Lance Stevenson makes that shot. 2K loves turnaround jumpers. I think there's really only maybe at max 11 or 12 players in the league who can make turnarounds, but according to 2K, it's like half the NBA. I mentioned Drew's mid-range before. There's another one for you. I think the step backs in 2K19 are a little awkward, unless I'm not figuring out how to do them properly, because I think now it's just a matter of having the left stick just in the direction you want to shoot in, which doesn't always lead to a step back shot or a moving shot. Whereas in the in 2K18, I believe it was if you had it on one of the triggers and then you did the move, it would make it to where it always was a step back or whatever. It just seemed a little bit better than the way it is in 2K19. But anyway, the fabled fourth quarter where we learn things about ourselves. Here's another LeBron post-up. I tried to go with the Julius Randle route, but he became detached from LeBron. I don't know what that was, but it was a thing, I guess. Now, Brandon Ingram, I would think, would not have much of a chance defending Julius in the post. Wasn't exactly the case. I mean, Ingram is pretty tall, so I guess he could contend there, but I just figured I'd be able to back him down, no problem. LeBron got free a lot against us in this game. I will admit I had it set to deny ball on LeBron, and I'm slightly embarrassed to admit I forgot that I did that for most of this game, which led to some of these plays, so my mistake on that one. I nearly didn't even show this game just because of that, but whatever, who cares. This time, AD, able to score on Brandon Ingram, but the thing with our offense right now is it's a bit too structured, right? It's like AD post-up. There's another LeBron thing for you. It's like AD post-up, or a very specific play that we call, and I think basically I want to create more versatility in our offense, and I might as well just tell you now how I want to do this. It's through passing with Anthony Davis, okay? Because while AD is a 94 overall or whatever, and is really good, of course, you can always get better. And just this game against the Lakers, I felt like I didn't have enough go-to things that we could do offensively. I mean, that shot that I just had with Darius Miller, I thought it was a pretty good shot, didn't go in, but it was I don't know, just the way they swarm on me and everything, I just feel like if we had specific plays for Anthony Davis to make passes to other guys and really free up the floor, then I think that could make us even more difficult, because part of the problem is we're getting a lot of outside shots, which, they're not bad shots, but it's not as good as getting shots at the basket. And I think if we use Anthony Davis's potential passing abilities a little bit more, this was the point that the game pretty much fell apart. But anyway, if we're able to use Anthony Davis's passing a little bit more for cutters to the basket and stuff, then I think that could get us some easier opportunities, as LeBron James he's just going nuts on us at this point. So yeah, I think that is an idea that we could explore moving forward. As far as how we try to bail ourselves out of this game, I mean, the Lakers are just swarming me like crazy. I messed up the out-of-bounds play after that, even if I didn't actually show it on screen. Kyle Kuzma is in an isolation on Mirotic. That goes in. At a certain point, you realize it's just not going to happen. Like, you still try. You still do all you can, but you're just like, this... Sometimes it just ain't your night. And, you know, through Kuzma hitting a couple tough shots, us missing a couple of open threes, them's the breaks. We lose the game. Whatever. It's a long season. We'll get over it. But I do think, again, the idea of Anthony Davis making plays for us to where he can have the ball more often, he can cause the defense to collapse or pay attention to him, which can get some cutters involved, which could then lead to some more open threes. I know we missed a few in that Lakers game, but they were still makeable shots. Then I think that could be a good thing. I remember when the series first started, I had that Kevin Garnett comparison where I'm looking at KG's situation with the T-Wolves and, you know, the talent around him and why that made him regret that he didn't leave earlier. Another thing is KG was also just a hell of a passer. And, yeah, I kind of want Anthony Davis to be that as well, because it'll just make our offense a little bit more dynamic, which I think all would agree that that's a good thing. Having as many options as possible with your offense is never a bad idea. So to do it, we are going to have to work on AD's passing and all that. But I actually think we could have like a Nikola Jokic-esque impact where we have Davis at the top of the key sometimes, and then we have cutters to the basket, and we have whatever else. Because, you know, AD, you got to respect his, maybe not even his jump shot at all times, but you definitely have to respect his ability to go off the dribble. So I think that could be a way for us to create some more offense. So if we take anything out of that loss, it's that we can do some more stuff to win games.